Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day today. If you're new here, welcome. So in today's video, I'm gonna go through and show you all of the products I have from the company called Deciem. Most of them are from The Ordinary, and I also have one product from Hylamide, and I will tell you why I decided to purchase that one instead of the Ordinary version. I have been using these products for almost 2 years now, so I have a really good idea of how they work. I have also purchased a couple in the past that I'm not using anymore, and I will tell you about those as well, and I tell you why I decided to stop using them. So we are gonna go through all the products I have in order by their website. On the Deciem website you can find these products broken down by categories, and I'm gonna follow those categories through. So this is not the same order I would use them in. I will tell you exactly when I'm talking about each product at what point would I use those products. Also bear in mind that they don't recommend using more than 3 products at the time, so I try to limit myself to 2 or 3 each time I use them. And some of them are recommended to be used in the morning, some of them in the evening, and I will of course mention that as well. So the first category they have is the antioxidants, and I have 2 products from that range. The first one is called EUK 1340.1%, and this is their regular 30 milliliter bottle. 99% of their products come in this bottle. Depending if the product is sensitive to light or not, it will either be in this dark bottle or in a transparent one. So like I said, this is an antioxidant, and what it does, it goes on and scavenges all the free radicals on your skin, and this is a super antioxidant. The only thing you need to be careful with is not to use it together with strong acids, because those acids will destroy the molecules of this antioxidant. So I normally like to use this once or twice a week in the evening when I know I'm not going to be using anything like lactic acid or any strong acid. I normally just try to use hyaluronic acid when I use this product, or maybe nothing. This is a little bit of an oily formula that will warm up on your skin, and I personally really enjoy that warmth to the skin. And it's basically a really lightweight, oily feeling yet oil-free formula that you just need to massage in the skin a little bit. Like I said, it will warm up, and you just need to let it sit for a little while, and it will completely absorb in the skin eventually. And this should be used after cleansing and after your serums, but before any creams or heavier products like oils. I would highly recommend picking it up. Like I said, the only thing you need to bear in mind is not to use it in the same time when you're using any of your acids. The other antioxidant I have is the Resveratrol 3% plus Ferulic acid 3%. And as you can see, this also comes in this dark bottle and contains 30 milliliter of product. And these are again 2 very strong antioxidants. These are both naturally available from plants, one of them from Japanese knotweed and the other one from the cells of plants. And I really like to use this in combination with my vitamin C serum that I will talk about a little bit later. I heard on other channels that resveratrol basically boosts the effect of vitamin C, and this is a light oily formula that doesn't get sticky. It absorbs quite easily, and like I said, I like to mix it in with my vitamin C. Sometimes I use it on its own as well, and this one is great for anti-aging. The next category we're gonna talk about is direct acids, and I used to have the salicylic acid from The Ordinary, but I realized that it doesn't work as well as my Clinique salicylic acid does. So I decided to stop purchasing that one. I didn't really find that it did anything, at least not as much as my Clinique one. So the only direct acid I have from The Ordinary now is the lactic acid 10% plus hyaluronic acid. When I was looking into first purchasing this, I was really worried about it being too strong. This lactic acid comes in two versions. One is 5% and this one is 10%. And I have a quite sensitive skin that flares up quite easily if it doesn't like a product. So I was really worried about purchasing the 10%, but everyone online said that the 10% is where you can really see the difference. So I decided to go with it, and to be honest with you guys, I do get a tingling feeling when I use this product. It never actually caused any reaction. So I would say even if you have a fairly sensitive skin, you will be able to use the 10% one. But if you're really sensitive, maybe try with the 5% one and see if you can go any higher than that. As you can see, this one comes in a frosted transparent bottle, and the product has a slightly pink color to it, which is absolutely normal, so don't worry about it. It's not gone wrong or anything like that. This is again 30 milliliter and retails for £5.80. This is extremely runny, almost like water, so be very careful when you put it in your palm because it will run very quickly. It does make it a little bit difficult to apply it on your skin, but if you're careful and don't use too much, it's not gonna be a big issue. Once you apply it and you start massaging it in the skin, you will get a tingling feeling. It's because this product basically gets rid of all the dead skin cells and makes sure that your skin has less texture to it. Prior to using this product, I used to have a lot of texture here, and especially when I used highlighters, it really showed. And since I started using this lactic acid, that's gone. So I definitely think that this is one of the best products from The Ordinary, and you will see the difference straight away. I know that there is another product on the market containing lactic acid that basically does the same thing, and that is the Sunday Riley Good Genes. And I have actually watched some videos here on YouTube of people comparing them to each other and using it over a period of time, and they actually said that this lactic acid from The Ordinary is better, and they could see a bigger difference than they did with the Good Genes. So bear that in mind when you decide to purchase one or the other. So the next category on the Deciem website is the hair care category, and they have only one product in that category, but I do have that product, and it is the Multi-Peptide Serum for hair density. Now, as you can see, this bottle is significantly bigger. You get 60 milliliter of product in this one for £15.80. Now, this is obviously not the only product you can use on your hair. Almost all of their oils, like the marula oil, the argan oil, can be used on your hair as well. But this is the only product that is specifically made for hair. So the reason I decided to purchase this, because as you know, over the time as we age, we start losing some of our hair, and I'm trying to avoid that. Thanks God it hasn't really happened yet, but it's kind of unavoidable. So what I do is I take some of this product. Is again a really runny formula. As you can see, it's almost like water, and what I do is I directly drop it near my roots and then I just massage it in. Now, the only thing I wanted to say about this product is that whilst it absorbs quite easily, I do feel like the hair gets a little bit sticky where the product touches the hair. So I do feel like you shouldn't be applying it right after you washed your hair, but probably the day before you know you're gonna wash it, because otherwise it's going to weigh down your hair and That's really the only issue with it. Do I see results? Well, I do have a lot of baby hair. I don't know if it's due to this product or the vitamins I take, but I do have an increased hair growth. This is my first bottle. I'm about halfway through and I'm gonna keep using it, but I can't really tell you yet if I recommend this product or not. If you're interested in something like this, it's definitely worth giving it a try. Now the next category is their hydrators and oils, which is probably the biggest category they have and the most famous one as well. This is where we have all of the different oils and hyaluronic acid. From this category I used to have the cold pressed rosehip seed oil, which I didn't repurchase after I finished the bottle. That oil is meant to be anti-aging and it does act like an antioxidant. It's also good for oily and combination skin. However, I didn't personally see any difference, so I decided not to repurchase it but try something else instead. It does come in a dark bottle and inside it is a dark product. It's also an oil that doesn't really seem to absorb on my skin, which I find really annoying because I have to go back and remove it and I feel like that's just a waste of the product. I prefer products that fully absorb. This one didn't and it was getting a bit sticky as well, so it kind of left this sticky oily residue after it and I just didn't like it. The other reason I didn't decide to repurchase it is because for me, honestly, I just felt like I'm applying cooking oil on my face, kind of like sunflower oil, and it did also smell like that, and I prefer if products either don't smell like nothing or smell nice, but when they smell a bit funny, I don't really appreciate that. It's also the same reason why I didn't ever purchase the argan oil and the marula oil from the Ordinary, because I heard that they smell a bit funny and I'm just not interested in that. The two oils I do have from the Ordinary though is the 100% Plant-Derived Squalane and the Amino Acids plus B5. So as you can see, they both come in this dark bottle because they're both sensitive to sunlight, so try to keep them away from sunshine. So squalane is a hydrocarbon that is naturally present in the skin and it prevents the loss of hydration, so obviously it's really good for you. It's not just an instant hydrator, but it also helps to prevent the loss of hydration. And another interesting thing is that you can use this on your hair as a heat protector. The reason I like squalane is because whilst it is an oil and one that feels a little bit heavier than the other one I have, it has no smell and no color to it, and it's just a nice hydrating oil. It doesn't leave your skin feel disgusting or oily. It actually absorbs quite nice and the residue it leaves is not sticky. Like I said, the other hydrator I have from the Ordinary is the Amino Acids plus B5. Amino acids are very important for the elasticity of the skin and are naturally present in your skin. And the reason I love this product is because it is a hydrator, but it absorbs really easily and leaves no residue. As you can see, it's another really runny, watery formula. I am turning 34 this year. I have noticed that my skin is losing some elasticity, so I think it's great to take action and try to have a nice young skin as long as you can. So as you probably noticed, the other ingredient present in this product is the B5, and to be honest with you, that was one of the reasons I decided to purchase this product, because I previously used the Hyaluronic Acid plus B5 from the Ordinary range, but that didn't absorb as well as I was hoping and left a really sticky residue, and I couldn't apply any other product on top of it. So I decided to stop purchasing that one and purchase the Hylamide low molecule HA instead, but this one doesn't have B5 in it, so that's why I wanted to have another source of B5 in my skincare. So this is the only product I have from Hylamide, and as you probably know, the Ordinary is the most affordable brand they have. Hylamide is the middle range and NIOD is the most expensive one. So this one being in the middle range is a little bit more pricey than the Ordinary products. It retails for £15 and comes in the same frosted bottle and contains 30 ml of product. The other reason this one is better than the one from the Ordinary range is because it has 5 different versions of hyaluronic acid, making sure that every single layer of the skin gets enough moisture. Sorry, I'm just going to read the names from the list. So it has very low molecular hyaluronic acid, hyaluronic acid ferment, hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid precursor, and plant hyaluronic acid in it. So it's 5 different versions of hyaluronic acid that will moisturize different levels of the skin. I love this one because it absorbs super quickly and doesn't leave any residue. It is a bit more pricey, but I can tell the difference when I use this one. This is, I think, the 3rd or the 4th bottle I use, and I do really recommend this. So the next category on the Ordinary website is called More Molecules, and the one product I have from that range is the Caffeine Solution 5% plus EGCG. I'm not going to be able to pronounce what EGCG stands for, but basically it's something that they extract from green tea leaves, and the combination of caffeine and green tea leaves will basically reduce the puffiness under the eyes. So this is a product that's meant to be used around the eyes, but it's not an anti-aging product, so it's not going to reduce your wrinkles. It's only going to deal with the puffiness and the darkness caused by the lack of sleep. Other than that, it is a 30 ml product, so it's quite large considering it's an eye care product, and it retails for £5.80, so you really cannot go wrong. It's a really good deal. So if you ever experience puffiness around your eyes, I would really recommend this product. The next category we have is peptides, and I have tried quite a few of these in the past. The first one being the Buffet, which is basically a mixture of all sorts of different peptides and Matrixyl. And the only reason I'm not using that right now is because I think Matrixyl works better. Apart of that, there is nothing wrong with that product. I think it's a really nice product. It will moisturize the skin and it will improve the elasticity of the skin, and it fully absorbs without leaving any residue. I think it's a really nice product. The other one on the list is the Buffet Plus Copper Peptides 1%, which I also used in the past. I must say that that product smells a bit funky, and that's probably the reason I don't really enjoy using it. It is also blue, which wouldn't be a problem. I don't really mind that, especially once you put it on your skin. It's not opaque enough to be visibly blue, so there's nothing wrong with that, but it just has this metallic smell to it, and obviously it comes from the copper, and I just don't really like that. Apart of that, it's meant to be a really good anti-aging product, and copper is great for a lot of different things. I haven't purchased another bottle after finishing the first one, mainly because it is £28.90, making it the most expensive product in the whole Ordinary range. And the combination of the smell and the price just makes me not want to purchase it at the moment. I probably will in the future at some point, but yeah, it's just the smell. It's not one of my favorites. The one peptide that I keep using and repurchasing though is the Matrixyl 10% plus hyaluronic acid. As you can see, this one also comes in this frosted bottle, and the consistency of it is exactly the same as the Buffet. It's a gel-like, a very lightweight formula that will absorb in your skin straight away, and Matrixyl is basically an amazing product to improve the skin elasticity and as I said before, that's something I definitely need. I immediately see the difference when I use this product, and I really love it. This is one of my most repurchased products from The Ordinary. So I would definitely say, if you're interested in anti-aging, looking younger immediately and improving your skin's elasticity, then definitely give this one a try. It retails for £9.60, so it's not one of the most affordable products from The Ordinary, but I think considering how good it is definitely worth it. So we have 2 products left, and they are the 2 most important parts of my whole entire skincare. One of them being the retinoid I use. And the one I use is the Granactive Retinoid 2% Emulsion. After using your sunscreen, using a retinoid is the second most important anti-aging product that you must have. Now, there is a lot of science behind using retinoids and which one you should use. I'm gonna be honest, I have watched a lot of videos and read a lot of articles about the different type of retinoids and retinols, and even after considering all that, my decision was based on the consistency and how it feels on my skin. Most of the retinoids from The Ordinary come in squalane, and I don't want more oil on my face, and that basically made me purchase and then again and again repurchase this version, because this one comes in a lightweight creamy consistency. As you can see, it's an ivory colored cream that absorbs in the skin really easily, and it has no bad smell. It doesn't leave any residue, so I really love this one. I have tried the Drunk Elephant retinol before, and that made my skin flare up. This one will cause no reaction, so even if your skin is very sensitive, you can still give this one a go. The different type of retinols and retinoids The Ordinary sells are less or more likely to cause a reaction. They have a really nice matrix where you can check the strengths and the likeliness of it causing a reaction, and this one is, I believe, the least likely, yet it is quite a strong retinoid, so that's why I decided to go with this one. And this is probably my 6th or 7th bottle, so I have used this quite a lot, and it is definitely my personal favorite from The Ordinary. And the last category we have to talk about is my second most favorite product from The Ordinary, and that is my vitamin C. Now they have quite a few different versions of vitamin C on their website. I was really hesitant of purchasing one because there was just something wrong with each of them. Some of them came in oils, some of them came in a powder formula that you had to then go on and mix, and one of them even came in silicone, which is a big no-no for me. So I'm actually really happy I waited, because they came out with this version about a year or 1.5 years ago. This is the Ethylated Ascorbic Acid 15% solution, and this one is an oily formula. It does have an oily feel to it, but it's also a little bit similar to the EUK, meaning that when you start massaging it in your skin, it will warm up. And I also love the scent of this one. It smells like cookies, and I definitely can tell that it made a difference to the appearance of my skin. This is also the most stable formula of vitamin C they have, meaning that the shelf life of it is gonna be better, and it's also gonna be stronger, and just overall this is, I believe, their best formula of vitamin C so far. My only issue with this product is that it leaves a quite sticky residue, but as soon as I apply any moisturizer on top of that, that sorts out the problem. So I don't actually have to tap off the excess with a tissue or anything like that. I just apply my Clinique Dramatically Different moisturizing gel on top of it, and that basically helps the rest of the vitamin C absorb. Now, these are all the products I have or ever had from the Ordinary. And I just want to quickly tell you a couple of combinations that I normally do. So I normally don't use the Matrixyl and the hyaluronic acid together. I use either of them. They have the same consistency. They're both this really lightweight gel, and I really love both of them. I either use these after using my Clinique clarifying lotion or after the lactic acid, because these ones both really quickly moisturize the skin. Like I said, I don't use the lactic acid every time. I sometimes use my Clinique clarifying lotion instead, because they are both quite acidic. I normally use the EUK, the Resveratrol plus Ferulic acid, and the vitamin C in the morning, and I alternate between the EUK and the vitamin C. And sometimes I mix the Resveratrol and the vitamin C together, and sometimes I use them separate. When I use my retinoid, I don't use any vitamin C or EUK in the same time. Retinols and the vitamin C don't really like each other. You're always meant to use your retinoids in the evening because your skin is gonna be really sensitive to sunlight after using it. So whenever you use your retinoid, make sure you use your sunscreen the day after, and don't use your retinoid every single day. Try to use it every second or third day. Obviously the caffeine solution is meant to be used on puffy eyes, so I use this in the mornings when I do have puffy eyes. And last but not least, the squalane and the amino acid. I use both of them in the evenings. I do use the amino acid sometimes in the morning because it's really lightweight, but I always use the squalane in the evening. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. It was definitely a long one, so thank you very much if you watched till the end. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I would love to have you here. And until next time, take care of yourself. I see you soon.